This is the 7th installment of The Doctors. This is today, September 27th, 2011.
Transformation you must see.
We're going to jog in place as the show starts.
I gave a 2.5-year-old son his mother back.
Drug addictions, food addictions, addictive personalities, even children.
Hi there, this is Paul Beckman playing a song. Hi there.
But how does it get to this point? Are parents to blame?
The Addiction Hour, all new today on The Doctors.
Hello and welcome to The Doctors. Bad habits, bad behavior, bad choices. Today we're helping our guests overcome huge health obstacles. It's a full hour of interventions that you can't afford to miss. We've decided to save our hot headlines for a little later in the show because right now we have a story that's way too important to wait. Take a look at Nicole.
First time I ever did heroin, I started smoking it, and then I know I liked it, and I shot up for the first time, and since then it's more like a physical addiction. It's not even fun.
But you know that my daughter Nicole is doing heroin. It's like stabbing me in the back and in my heart because it's such a serious drug. She's my daughter. She means the world to me. She's everything to me. She was my firstborn. She's my best friend.
I use because I like to numb myself, run from my problems right now, not to deal with anything. And when I'm high, I don't cry or think about Joshua. Before he died, we did heroin. We were heroin addicts for like a year and a half. And then I got clean. He got clean. And then after I found him dead, I just lost. That's when I started shooting up again. I don't know.
After she found Joshua, Nicole went into a very deep depression. She would go lay in his bed. She said she wanted to die in his room where he died, and she got 10 times worse into heroin than she was before.
Nathan is my world. We had a really good relationship, man. I don't know, when Josh died, it just like all slipped away. It's like I resented him kind of because he looked so much like Joshua. And it hurt being around him. And then I was just so numb because I didn't care. All I cared about was getting high, going to sleep, getting high, going to sleep. Just so I didn't have to deal with anything. He's an amazing little boy.
In order to get Nicole the help she desperately needed, we teamed up with interventionists Debbie and Brandon. This mother-son team first appeared on the Dr. Phil show, where Brandon overcame his own addiction to heroin. He's now paying it forward by helping other addicts. Here's what happened when Brandon and Debbie surprised Nicole's family with a much-needed intervention.
We're about to go meet with Nicole's mom. Hi, is Gina home?
What we're going to do is we're going to plan the intervention. We're going to work with the team tonight and intervene on her tomorrow morning. Can you sit you right here? We're here with one purpose, and that is to save Nicole's life. So if this little girl walking around has a mommy,
The best mom she can be. She's the person that everybody loves to be around. You know, she's the person that no one wants to be around.
Shut up. think everybody's here because they care about her and they're extremely worried and questioning.
Do this.
Nicole.
What is going on here?
Nicole.
What is going on here?
Hey, come on, honey, just sit down. You just need to listen to us, honey.
Nicole, my name's Brandon. We're here out of concern for you. Is that okay?
You sit down, honey.
Can you sit next to your sister, please?
Nicole, it is not okay for me to keep enabling you to live like this. If you're not willing to take part of this recovery, I'll no longer talk to you. I'll delete your number from my phone. And I will only consider myself having a little sister. I'm just very worried that what will happen if this does not stop. That your mother won't be planning your funeral like I did for my son.
I wake up every night to see if you come home. I go right to your room to see if you're there. I come home from work to make sure you are breathing sometimes because I don't know if you're dead. Nicole, if you are willing to accept this help, I will attend family support groups and I will come visit you every chance that we are allowed to. I will walk with you on the beach. I will build sandcastles with you. I will laugh with you. I will pray for you every night. I love you, Nicole. I love you. I love you.
Everybody needs hope at some time in their life, and you're lucky enough to have this wonderful family that is willing to do anything to help you right now. Are you willing to accept this help?
Please. Please. Oh, God, yeah. Thank you, Nicole. Oh, we're on, baby. I love you. We did it. We did it. We did it. We did it.
We have Gina here with us right now, along with Debbie and Brandon. Thank you guys so much for being here. Gina, first of all, let's say that right now, I can't imagine that you could be in better hands and in a better place. Am I right about that? Okay? And it's my understanding, and I'm gonna ask you guys this, that addiction is a disease that doesn't just affect the addict, but it affects the entire family. Is that right?
That's absolutely correct. This is a very subtle disease. It moves slow. It's progressive, it's chronic, and it's fatal. And it has as big a hold on families sometimes as it does on the person using the substance.
And I do want to give everyone an update because we visited Nicole at the Rose where she has been rehabilitating since that intervention you just saw. Here's her update.
It's been 13 days since the intervention, 7 days in detox. That was really hard, but now I feel amazing. The intervention was really emotional. I feel like I was being so selfish that I would put my family through that much more pain, and my son losing both of his parents to drugs. And I just gotta do it for him and think that Joshua would want me to be here with this side. That's what was keeping me going.
Oh my gosh.
You haven't seen her since you left for rehab, right?
I haven't.
Well, Gina, are you ready to see your daughter? Let's meet this brave young woman. Nicole, can you come on out?
Oh my gosh. I would like to say, you two really, truly are our angels. You have no idea. Not only did you give my daughter back to me, but you gave a 2.5-year-old son his mother back.
Sweetheart, you've been in rehab for 16 days now, yeah?
Yes.
How are you doing with that?
A lot better now. Like, a lot better. I actually want to stay sober.
Brandon, you understand something that Nicole is going through because you've been through this yourself. And I want everyone at home to recognize that addiction is addiction for a reason. And the way heroin works in your brain is much like any other drug. It releases massive amounts of dopamine. And so over time you get that euphoric rush, but then you require more and more of the substance till you get to the point where you're physically dependent on that substance. And if you don't have it, you go through severe withdrawal symptoms. So the addiction is very real, it's very physical, it's very medical. And Gina, I know as a mother, you haven't always understood that, right?
I don't understand it. What I would like to know is, why is it so addictive?
Heroin is just like many of the drugs we use in medicine. It's like morphine. It blunts the effect of pain. That's why we give morphine in the hospital. And heroin does the same thing in life. It blunts pain, sometimes emotional pain. And over time, what happens is your brain depends on that substance for that release of, we call it dopamine. When you go through withdrawal symptoms, you're experiencing severe nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and just cold sweats until you get through that phase. But you don't get rid of addiction in just 16 days.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know that there's a long road ahead, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And we have someone else to help us out. I'd like to introduce Paige from the Rose Treatment Center in Newport Beach. Paige, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
So let's talk about Nicole, who is so brave, and you look so wonderful. You're 16 days into this. What does she expect now, 30, 60, 90 days?
Let me just say she's doing amazing. What she can expect, after the detox period, the first 30 days is a settling in phase. The first 30 days is obviously very painful. She's going through the post-acute withdrawal symptoms as well. But it's that 60 to 90 day hurdle that we need to get her through.
Nicole, you have a beautiful son. And I know you said that leaving Mason feels like Josh leaving you.
When's the last time you saw Mason?
16 days ago. No, not even. The night before.
The night before he slept with you, remember?
You miss him?
Yeah.
Well, we have Mason here today to see you. Can we bring Mason out? So Nicole, you're doing so great. This journey, though, is just beginning. Paige, we want to thank you and the Rose Treatment Center.
So
Nicole,
there's a woman trying to
wonderful.
cut
Mason,
out addiction in her
such
life.
a beautiful young man. But the story, it doesn't end here. Coming up, Nicole's mom needs some help of her own. If you're a parent, a sibling, maybe a friend of someone who has any kind of addiction, you can't afford to miss it. Stay with us.